Anyone employed by Goodwill hears, "I had no idea," on a regular basis. It is something that doesn't offend us because we are well aware that when people think of Goodwill, they traditionally just think of our retail stores.
It is extremely rewarding to know that our work is changing lives in the community. I hold a very special place in my heart for individuals who came to us with a need of our services and then have chosen to help us fulfill our vision where every individual has an opportunity to learn, work, and thrive in life.
I went through some life changes in my early 20s that got me hanging around with the wrong crowd. That led me to spend a couple of years in federal prison. But once I got out, heard about Goodwill and heard about the programs that they offered, and I decided to stop by and see what could happen. And here we are. Goodwill was the first place that stopped and took my entire life story into account and gave me an opportunity. They took an interest in me as a person. And that's what really, caught my eye, is that they really cared. They led people first in everything that they did, and that really drew me in.
I am a recovering addict, and because of that I have made some poor choices which led to a different life than before. So finding a job and employment was very difficult. Being able to come into Goodwill and not have those barriers put on you from the jump was very encouraging, and I'm glad I made that choice. Goodwill's mission has personally affected me because they literally have transformed my life through lifelong learning and meaningful work. They are continuously pouring into me development classes, training classes, encouraging me to take that next step and challenge me to be a better person so I can have a better life.
Prior to Goodwill, I had a good support system, but I did not have any self-esteem. I had a lot of anxiety and depression, and I self-medicated with alcohol. When I came to Goodwill, I was just months into my sobriety. And I think when I first started building my self-esteem and learning and growing in the company, and then I was able to kind of pass those things that I learned to the next person coming up. For a long time, I thought that my sobriety was tied to my job at Goodwill. So it really did take me leaving to realize that I did that. The person in charge of my sobriety is me. And just this past January, I hit my 13 years of sobriety.
I know how Goodwill works at the heart. I know how these people are. I know these people's hearts. They look at everything from an individual standpoint. We don't put people in boxes. We don't group people together. Everybody's life is individual. Everybody's story is special, and everybody's dreams are worth achieving.
In my mind, I was helping people before, and I didn't realize I was actually the one who was receiving the mission. I was the one who was being changed. I was the one who was learning. Even though I think I'm being a good steward of our mission, I'm actually receiving it.
My advice would be not to give up, to give it a shot, keep going. There are people out there that want to help you and want to see you succeed. Your past is not what defines you as a person. Who you are now and striving to do better every single day is what makes you a great person.
The nice young lady that was helping me fill out my paperwork, said it's okay, Goodwill's about second chances. You can start over here.
We came in needing that change, needing that training, needing that help, and now we've come all the way around to where we can give it back to the next. That, to me, is the full circle of the mission.
Goodwill means opportunity to every individual in the community. Regardless of what they need, what barriers they have to overcome, we're the hope, we're the opportunity for them to help achieve that next level. When we have somebody who's come through our programs want to return that work into the community and work for us, it's the most rewarding outcome that we ever get.